Hey everybody, it's John with Upstate Brush Control. Been out here on this little creek backyard project, and it's a little bit afternoon. I just realized I was not videoing. I was planning on videoing this job, and it just hit me. I'm like, I haven't even pulled out the camera. So, welcome everybody. But so what we got here is there's a creek in the back. I'll show you that. But we're hauling some riprap around the back of the property here. So keep the backyard from washing away. Kind of a, I don't know, this, I probably wouldn't have normally taken this job, but so there's a lady that lives here, and her husband used to watch the channel. She said he loved watching the channel. He watched it for a very long time. He always looked forward to the videos. And her husband passed away, I think within the past 6 months, something like that. So she called me up because they were having some issues down here at the creek, and I guess she watches occasionally, and she says, she's like, you know, I didn't know who else to call. I thought maybe there's something you can do. It's not really in my wheelhouse. Honestly, I felt bad. I want to help her out. She's a good Christian lady, and I'm willing to help out anybody, whether or not she's a Christian or not. But just her story and everything, it was kind of one of those things. I didn't want to do the job, but you know, I was praying about it, thinking about it. I gave her a price. My Lord, this is what you want me to do. Want me to help her? I'll see what I can do. And I promised her, I said, this may not be the fix for you, but I'll do my best. So anyways, we ended up with the job. We're here. So I'll hop out and show you what we got going on. I got my brother to bring out the riprap for us, so he delivered it out. So here's all the riprap here. And I think it was 10 tons is all it is. So not a lot, but she said when they first got here to this property, she said the creek, or the creek bank, was over here where this old stump is. So you can see how much is eroded. I actually took the machine and softened some of that and rerouted the creek over there a little bit. As you can see, it's not really anybody's yard. It's somebody's yard, I'm sure, somebody's property. But I kind of flipped that up a little bit, and we're gonna put this in this bank here. So in a serious rain event, she gets a lot of, she said it overflows, doesn't take much, 1.5 inches, 2 inches of rain, and she said this creek bank rises. But what's happening, it just keeps eating away. It was all the way up to the fence. I took down this little section of fence here, and you can see all the sand that's up in here. Last time I looked at this job, this was not here. She said it'll silt in, and then as soon as it's done silting in, and the grass will pop up to it. And you can see, look at our fence. This gate, she said, used to open no problem, but it's got like, I don't know, 6-8 inches of sand and stuff over this. So we're gonna help her out the best we can. I mean, I'm not doing this job for free by any means, but she knew who else to call. I had one guy that I thought could maybe do the job, 1 or 2 guys, but I didn't have a ton going on. And I told her, I said, hey, if you can wait, just whenever I get to it, I'll get to it, kind of thing. She's like, no problem. So anyways, so I'm just bringing, I got maybe 2 more scoops of riprap. I'm gonna put on the sides here, and then I'm gonna ask her, just double check with her, see if she wants me to try to scrape up some of that sand. If she does, then I'll put that sand down there first and then cover it all up. I'm gonna kind of pat it in with the excavator the best I can, and kind of wall it up right here. I don't know, I didn't know what else to do with it. It kind of, I wouldn't say stumped me, but it was kind of like, what can you do with it? You know, she wants to keep the fence up because grandkids, she got a bunch of grandbabies and stuff like that come over. She don't want them down the creek, which is understandable. So keep it up for safety purposes. because that was my first solution, just get rid of the fence, and if it's silted, if it comes up, it comes up. But she's tired of it keep eroding away at her yard. And her husband had done some stuff. He took some of that plastic right there and he had it on the back side of the fence this way. It really didn't do a whole lot, maybe a tiny bit. There's a little piece I couldn't get out. I was gonna drive the Mini over here, I was gonna try to swing it and flip this stuff down this way or something. I don't know yet. See what she wants to do. I can't get a machine back here. I'm not gonna take all that fence down. So just kind of, oh, that thing is about to snap off. So gonna get the rest of this riprap real quick, dump it in here, and then see if she wants me to try to scrape up some of that sand. If we do, then we'll put it in and then basically start putting it back together. So I drove down here with the gooseneck thinking that we could get a truck in the backyard, but I didn't realize that when I looked at the job, there's a septic tank in the way, and get around the skid steer, but we could not have got around it with a dump truck. So let's get this stuff all scraped up. Here, there's a little patch of mud. We had some rain yesterday or Sunday or whatever, but right there is where the septic is. So I probed it and I found the tank, and I'm just skirting right along the edge of it, so we should be fine. So far so good. Trying not to tear up the street and the curb and yard and all that stuff, so at the same time it's a lot of work to pick up all them little rocks. Funny story, I gotta tell you guys this neighbor right there, she hold on. All right, so when I was trying to figure out where the septic tank was down here, she came running out. She had this look on her face like oh no, you know, kind of thing. A little bit older Hispanic lady, and says, sir, she's like, can you help me, and you know, kind of caught me off guard. I didn't even see her. She showed up like right next to me. She's like, sir, can you help me? I'm like, sure. What do you need? She's like, there's a snake. I'm like, I don't love snakes, but so me had a shovel right there, and grabbed the shovel and started running, heading towards the house. And I'm like, where is it? She's like, it's in the garage. Like, okay, it was a little black snake, maybe 5 footer or something like that. But had to. She was all in tears and just scared to death of the snake and everything. So I got it and took it down in the woods, and she asked me to. And she says to me, she comes up, she's like, "You are my savior." I was like, whoa, calm down. Oh, that was funny. You are my savior. Anyways, back to work. Oh man, don't like snakes. Not a fan. All day trying to get that out of there. The flat shovel's getting a little warm. wanted to get the street blown off in case anybody driving out around here in the cul-de-sac. We'll get the driveway and stuff. We'll get it all touched up whenever pull the machines out. All right, let's bring this sucker down there. And come on. What's this thing doing? So we have a game plan. I'm gonna try to scrape up some of this sand that's here. I'm actually gonna dump it right back into the creek and let it go down, because it just keeps piling up here, and that's where it came from. So I'll kind of put it, maybe I'll put it in that bank right there or something. I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet, but I do need to get this pile of brush that goes over there. So I'll track it over there as far as I can, though I'll have to drag the rest for her. So yeah, let's see here, got that. And oh, she wants, yeah, we're gonna scrape the sand. So let's hop in the Mini and get that over there as close to that as we can. People are like, oh, get your pins done, get your bucket done. It's not the pins, it's the bucket. Pins are fine. It's all the slop. These stupid Bobcat buckets. Let's get on paperboard. How'd you do it? That's all the time and money in the world to sit around and line or stuff. I don't get that. Why is like I don't get if like I just that's not a lot of things bug me. I take that back, some things do bug me, but the comments about like, hey, why don't you get your pins line board on your excavator, get your new shims pins, blah blah blah. Why do they care? I don't care. Hey, comment away, but I kind of do care. I don't know, it just bugs me. We might cut that out, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why does it matter? Like, I'm aware of it, like obviously. I think it's like these people that just because they've seen it done or heard of it or whatever, they're like, oh, that's what needs to be done, get it done. Whatever. I'm done. I'm done. There we go. All right, let's see if we can tear up the fence here. With the machine. Oh, mercy. Oh. Like a wetlands backyard. hot, getting humid for sure. All right, so I'll give my pole saw, chop that stuff up for her so she can handle it, but she said she wanted to burn it. Okay. All right, let's see if we can't get this gate to work again. She was asking if I can dig some of this out, but I don't know how much I'll be able to do because this fence is right here. It's crazy. It looks like plate sand is dumped right there. All right, so I took a couple scoops of dirt, sand that was in that high area right there where I've been washing over, and actually put it right back along this bank right here. And so I just got to patch this, get that riprap all padded in, and start putting the fence back, stuff like that. So, man, you could have lost 5 times as much riprap as I put in there, but this was the worst of it, and this will hopefully slow it down. So we'll see, time will tell. All right, guys, we're getting there. I got my riprap all in. I got that bank kind of raked out and stuff. Like I said, I mean, we could have dumped a lot of material in those, a lot of material in this, but you know, this is really just a band-aid. It'll help for now. I mean, it might get them by a couple years, or there could be a humongous flood that comes downstream and takes us all out. But we did what we could for the allotted time and budget and all that kind of stuff. So that's one thing you got to keep in mind. No one's got $1 million to spend on a little creek in their backyard. You get what I'm saying. But so that's all done. I got that all raked out over there, and then where I scraped up some of this sand over here, you can see water started coming up out of the ground. I raked it off, it's got it all smooth, and it's just pumping up out of the ground. Thankfully I didn't get the skid steer stuck. I thought I was gonna get the skid steer stuck in there, but I got a little swale going out to right there. There's a low spot. It's kind of a ditch that comes down through here. You can see the wet weather creek that kind of goes out through there. And this just ground here is just kind of saturated, so that'll just kind of dissipate out that way is the plan. So got to put the fence back together. Some of you might not know this, but I actually used to be a fence contractor. I started when I was 15 working for a guy in my church. When I was 15, I worked 4 years for him hourly, and then 4 years subcontract. So you name the kind of fence, we did it. We done hog wire, barbed wire, field fence, backyard fence, razor wire. You name it, we've done it. But or I've done it back in the day. But did that for a long time, up until 2008, when the bottom just kind of fell out of everything, and me and my dad went into construction. Anyways, so fencing kind of dried up there for a while, and it was hard to make any money just because people would do it for hardly anything. But anyways, so gonna put this fence back real quick. It's a split rail fence. It's not a true traditional split rail. These are actually sawed, and these holes here are actually drilled out with a big auger. But it's pretty simple. You usually don't concrete these in, you just tap them in, compact them in with like a rock bar, hand tamp type thing. But as soft as this ground is, I'll probably end up sticking a few rocks in there to hold it. So enough being said, I'm gonna put this in. So what I usually do on a patch like this, I'll just stick a rail, one of the rails from this side, and then one of the rails from that side, and that's how I'll get my center. That's how I'll mark my center, and then dig my hole. So let's get to it. Kind of line it up here, just make sure it looks straight. This fence does have a continuousing curve like that. my bad. All right, well, got the fence back in, got my rails in, got my wire re-stretched. Wire's a little ratty on the bottom, but because it was all grown up with roots and everything. But that is done, so I need to start making my way back out and get this all back dragged and raked out and everything, where I can start loading up and cleaning up. All right guys, got all that raked out down through there. So that is done from the plywood down, all finished up. I don't know if she wants me to come back and seed it. I didn't figure in that, but if she wants me to, I can. It's not that big a deal. Just run back up here some evening or throw a bunch of seed down. But I'm gonna start getting this plywood up, pull the semi around. So we're gonna start loading this up and start cleaning up and get out of here. I got the semi loaded up, it's ready to go. Just gonna start blowing off the road and the driveway. I got this handy little broom job or two back, and sweep that big stuff off, and it helps get the chunks where they kind of smear into the concrete. So I'll run the broom over everything, just kind of loosens it up, and then blow it all off, get my money. I'm out of here. All right guys, that pretty much wraps up the video there. Got it all done, everything cleaned up nice and clean. Got my truck loaded, heading back to the shop. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Have a good one, y'all.